Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Jaguars are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Bears team that wants to keep the running game in check.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jordan Howard, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
All right, now look at 56. All right, watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go with Howard again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll set up to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They go play action here on first down. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd won the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He's gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
He'll return it from the 6. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When they're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that,
and now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hurry up, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Jacksonville. And even 50 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now, check. Patriot.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
slot man moves right.
Green 39.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, it's Howard. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. Going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook...
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Watch it now, Barney.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays,
and nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, 96 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out left to Shaheen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
All right, here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 19. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he cuts. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And he's able to put it through. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. All right, now look at 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back up.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Room here to run. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 50. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And his kick is good. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they try the right side here. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. In the red zone this time.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 14 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now it's 2nd and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Ball on the 3, 3rd down and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And it'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graves. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Hey, tight.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Now let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
And he loses the football a second time. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
go.